Went on the Parfums Marley website, checked for Oriana. When I saw the price, I'm like, and I clicked out. £210.
God have mercy upon us.
Can I catch a break? I'm clearly in the wrong place. Fragrances can give you a similar vibe. It's a fragrance by Ariana, and it's going to give you Oriana. And this fragrance is Oriana. My people, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing my face, then salutations. My name is Priscilla, aka Prissy, aka Sissy, aka Ila, aka Silla, aka Miss Prissy baby. I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. So if that's something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing, like this video, and let's get right into the video of today. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please, can you tell me why you have not subscribed to my channel? What have I done to you, please? Can you stop playing hard to get and please click on that subscribe button? I don't know if it's here or here, but please click on the subscribe button. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of September, so please click on the subscribe button. I'll really appreciate it. Now, getting into the business of today, guys, I was sitting on my own jejely. Now, when a Nigerian says jejely, it means
I don't know how to transcribe jejely.
But I was sitting on my own peacefully and scrolling on the streets of Instagram when I came across a perfume called Oriana. Found out that Parfums Marley was releasing a new fragrance called Oriana. I'm like, okay, cool. Are they going to let me catch a break? Because the new releases this year, they've just been going back to back, you know. I'm here trying to catch a break, but Parfums Marley clearly did not get the, you know, the memo. I'm like, okay, cool. Went on the Parfums Marley website, guys. You know that meme, Anna, ooh.
Anna, ooh.
Literally, that is what happened to me. Went on the Parfums Marley website, checked for Oriana. When I saw the price, I'm like, and I clicked out, sat down and thought about my life a little. £210.
God have mercy upon us.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't mean like I don't own fragrances that are £210, but right now your girl hasn't got £210 to spare. And on top of that, I'm on a no buy. Like, I'm on a no buy September. I'm not allowed to buy nada, nothing. Like, literally, I am on a no buy September. You see, the struggle is from all dimensions. There's the £210 that is giving me a headache. There's the no buy that is also, you know. So anyways, I'm like, okay, so £210 works out like it's about 300 and something pounds in the US. So I click out. I'm sitting here thinking about my life. I'm looking at what I already have, and I'm like, I am sure there are people like me who want Oriana, but at the same time don't want to spend Oriana money. And I'm here for you guys. Those are the people I'm here for. I am going to talk about alternatives to Oriana that smell like Oriana. I am going to help you look at your existing collection and create the Oriana fragrance smell without necessarily going out to buy Oriana. Now, if you want to go and buy Oriana, by all means, guys, go ahead, do what makes you happy, but your girl ain't buying Oriana right now. So I am going to use what I have to get what I want, which is using the existing collection or looking for alternatives or dupes, whatever you call it. I wouldn't necessarily call it dupes because these fragrances existed before Oriana, so maybe Oriana is actually the dupe to these fragrances. It's just the more expensive dupe. I didn't say nothing. In this video, I am going to be talking about alternatives to Oriana. Yeah, and if that's something you're interested in, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, I'll be starting off with fragrances like the more affordable alternatives and then working my way to the top. actually, let me start off by reading off the notes to Oriana so that we can then use that as a basis to talk about the other fragrances. So Oriana has got notes of
mandarin, orange, grapefruit, bergamot. It's got orange blossom, raspberry, blackcurrant. In the base notes, it's got marshmallow, whipped cream, musk, and amberette.
really interesting notes, some citrusy notes in those top notes with the bergamot, grapefruit, and orange, fruity notes in those middle notes with the blackcurrant, raspberry, and orange blossom, and in the base notes quite creamy, musky notes. So this fragrance is supposed to be like a floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance. So yeah, with that in mind, the first fragrance I will be talking about is Love is Love from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and I have got it here. Absolutely love it, wore it a lot during the summer months. It's got notes of
lemon, granny smith, apple, red berries, raspberries, ice cream, jasmine, whipped cream, cedar, musk, and amber.
You know what, I will only focus on the notes that are similar to what Oriana has got. Now this fragrance has got whipped cream in similar, you know, as a similar notes. In the base notes it's got musk, in the middle notes it's got raspberry, and in those top notes it's got lemon. So again, this fragrance is going to smell very similar to Oriana. It smells, to my nose, this is a very creamy, sort of fresh, sweet fragrance. I really like it. It is creamy, it is fresh. Love this fragrance. And I can see this, especially if I layer it with something sweeter, I can definitely see this, you know, giving me Oriana. Especially if I layer it with a fragrance that has got a whipped cream note, this will definitely end up smelling or giving you the Oriana vibe. Now remember that no two fragrances can ever smell the same. No two fragrances smell the same. There will always be something different, but fragrances can smell similar. Fragrances can give you a similar vibe, and I personally think that Love is Love is a fragrance that will kind of give you a similar vibe to Oriana. I have heard a few people also say that Oriana kind of gives you that bubblegum smell, which I can totally see that, because if it smells anything similar to Love Don't Be Shy, like a few people have said, Love Don't Be Shy has that sweetness that could almost be mistaken for like bubble gum, because it is very sweet. So another fragrance that I think would be a really good, you know, alternative to Oriana is Moschino Bubble Gum. I think this fragrance is very sweet. At the same time, it smells exactly like a bubble gum. So I think layering this with like Love is Love, or layering this with Ari, might get you really, really close to Oriana. Or layering this with Love Don't Be Shy, you know, Extreme or Love Don't Be Shy, I think will get you to Oriana really close. Now moving on, the next fragrance that I think would give you a very similar vibe to Oriana is by Ariana Grande. So Ariana, I don't know, you see what I did there? So it's a fragrance by Ariana, and it's going to give you Oriana. And this fragrance is Ari by Ariana. Now this fragrance, the notes in this fragrance are, I won't read all the notes, but I'll read the notes that are similar. In the top notes, this fragrance has got raspberry and grapefruit, and it's got marshmallow and musk in the base notes. So it has 4 similar notes to Oriana. It's got that marshmallow note, it's got the musk note, it's got the raspberry, and it's got the grapefruit, meaning that it will combine very nicely to give you that sweetness in the base notes, give you that muskiness, give you that fruitiness with the raspberry and the grapefruit. So I personally think that this is another fragrance that would kind of give you that Oriana smell, and it's by Ariana. Moving on, the next fragrance that will kind of give you that Oriana vibe is Fiori by the house of Giorgio Armani. Now this fragrance, the similar notes it's got with Oriana is blackcurrant, it's got white musk. It's got 2 notes that are similar. However, the reason why I think this will be very similar to Oriana is because it's also got green mandarin, and Oriana has got mandarin orange, so 3 notes actually. But I would say that the neroli in this fragrance might swap out for the orange blossom in Oriana. So although it has 3 notes in common, there's that extra neroli which I might just squeeze in there. Now I personally think this will give you a very similar vibe, because it's got those blackcurrant notes that are similar, it's got the green mandarin citrusy notes in the top notes, it's got musk in the base notes as well, which Oriana has. And this fragrance has got vanilla in the base notes, although it hasn't got the whipped cream notes and the marshmallow notes, which make Oriana a bit creamy. The vanilla in this fragrance will, you know, in those base notes, will make the fragrance to dry down sweet with those musky notes. So again, Fiori, a bit more affordable designer fragrance, and will definitely give you those Oriana vibes in my opinion. Now moving on to more niche fragrances that will give you the Oriana vibe. The first one on the list everyone has talked about is Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. And Love Don't Be Shy Extreme has got notes of neroli, bergamot, Bulgarian rose, orange blossom, marshmallow, vanilla, musk, and pomegranate. The similar notes it's got with Oriana It's got orange blossom, it's got bergamot, it's got marshmallow, and it's got musk. So it's got 4 notes again, very similar to Oriana, with the bergamot in those top notes. And the way it's arranged very similar to Oriana as well, because the bergamot are in the top notes, the orange blossom is in the middle notes, and it's got marshmallow and musk in the base notes. So I can totally see why a lot of people are getting very similar vibes between Oriana and this fragrance. I can see why they would smell very similar. Now, Love Don't Be Shy Extreme is a niche fragrance. In terms of price tag, it will be similar to Oriana. So if you already have that, you kind of already have Oriana. Like, Oriana. In all honesty, if I was to buy Oriana, I would partly be buying it because of the bottle, because guys, you know, pink is my favorite color. But I don't know if I necessarily need it, because if it smells very similar to Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, and I already own that, actually, I'll show that to you. So that's Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. Then I don't know if I necessarily need Oriana by, you know, Parfums and Marley. But yeah, so if you already have Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, you kind of already have Oriana. The last fragrance that I think will give that Oriana vibe is Love Tuberose from the house of Amouage. Now this fragrance, although it's a heavy tuberose fragrance, I'll just wait for that to focus. Although it's a heavy tuberose fragrance, it smells very similar to Love Don't Be Shy Extreme in my opinion. Honestly, it's just that the tuberose note in this fragrance is very pronounced, but because it's got that marshmallow note, I'll read out the notes that it got in common actually with Oriana. It's got whipped cream, and that's it really. Hasn't got anything else in common. So again, you might be like, it only got 1 note in common, but trust me, this smells very similar to Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. So obviously I think it will smell like Oriana, and that's because as much as it doesn't have a lot of notes in common, it's got a whipped cream note, so it dries down quite sweet. And you know, with the extra tuberose and gardenia and jasmine, it is floral. Now don't forget that Oriana is supposed to be a floral fruity gourmand fragrance. Now this fragrance, the only thing is that it's probably going to be much more creamy than Oriana, because it hasn't got any citrusy notes to balance it out and give it a bit of, you know, freshness. So this will be a whole lot creamier than Oriana, but I think this will also give you the Oriana vibe. So if you already own Love Don't Be Shy, you know, sorry, if you already own Love Tuberose, then you kind of already have something that gives you that Oriana vibe. So, and again, Love Tuberose is also in that kind of similar price tag to Parfums and Marley Oriana. Okay guys, those are all the fragrances I wanted to talk about that are really good alternatives to Oriana. If there are any other fragrances that you think are similar to Oriana, go ahead and comment it down in the comment section. Also let me know if you will be purchasing Oriana. Do you own it? Are you going to be buying it? Are you going to be blind buying it? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Or are you like me? Are you on a no buy? Or, you know, just let me know in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you. Also, go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi, and bye.